Okay, so this idea here, it may be new to you. You may not have seen this before. If you go back to graphing, the way we've been graphing on a rectangular coordinate system, or the Cartesian coordinate system, where we had an x-axis and a y-axis, and both the x-axis and the y-axis represented real numbers, okay? So that's how we were graphing, you know, up till this point. Now we've entered a new set of numbers, complex numbers. They can be graphed, but you have to use a complex plane, okay? So this was a real plane that we were used to. You know, all these years in math, we've been graphing in a real plane, the rectangular coordinate system. And now we're going to switch it a little bit and graph in the complex plane. Now this is kind of an introduction to this idea. I don't know that you're going to see a lot of it this semester, but the concept that it can be done. In the complex plane, you have your x-axis here as the real axis, and then here is the imaginary axis. And I hope I'm not making it sound scary, because it's really not as scary as it might sound. So this is the imaginary. I guess they have that there for you. So let's say you have the number 2 plus 3i. Well, this would be the real part, so you'd go over 2, and then this would be the b part, the imaginary part. You'd go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you'd graph that point right there, okay? So you can see how this is kind of representing the old x, and this is representing kind of the old y, you know? So you're graphing the real part and the imaginary part, the a and the b. So I guess you could think of this as the a and this as the b, you know, if that helped, because that's what you're doing. Both a and b, remember, are real numbers. It's the I that makes it an imaginary number, okay? All right, well, hopefully that's not too difficult to understand. All right, so we're going to plot the complex number on the complex plane. So I have a complex plane here. It's labeled for me real and imaginary. So I'm going to go 3, 1, 2, 3. That's on the real axis. And then I'm going to go down for 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be like right there. That's going to be then my number 3 minus 4i. I didn't really mean to put parentheses around that. Let me rewrite that. 3 minus 4i. So that's how you represent that complex number on a complex plane.